Hello everyone. Today we will see how we can supercharge our list rendering in the web page to improve performance and also reduce the lag faced by users. So for this video I have developed a small working application with the two for that we will see at the end of this video. It will compare both the for loop. So let's get started with the. So what happens in most of the web pages is the list of data. The list of data can be anything, contact list or anything that requires the list to be rendered. So if you are using an Angular application, basically your list is rendered using ngFor. That list that all the items will be on. And this leads to a slow rendering and this impacts UX as it will take a longer time to load and also the user will face lagging. So to overcome this, we can think of a solution that can reduce the lagging time and also the load. So problem with ngFor is that it takes a high memory usage and also a lot of time to render all of the list items at once. Say that ngFor is great for small data, but when the data is large, the ngFor fails to perform. So to overcome this issue, we can think of a solution of something called as virtual scroll. So virtual scrolling does render the list in the same way as ngFor, but with a certain optimization. So it will render only the visible items in the view pool. The what items the user is currently seeing, that only items will be visible to the user. And as the user scrolls, it will render the remaining items. So this virtual scrolling is provided by the Angular CDK for Angular applications. It is provided by the library called CDK Virtual Scroll. It is great with a large number of items, thousands or even 10,000s of list items. This creates an illusion of a large list by reducing the download. It is similar to for loop but with a certain optimization. So let's understand this by using a comparison between the normal for loop and the virtual scroll for loop. So here you can see two diagrams. One is a normal for loop and other is a virtual scroll for loop. So what normal for loop does is it will render all of the items one below the another at once. It will take time to load all the items and it will finish loading at once. But the virtual scroll does it a different manner. So in the virtual scroll, the user will see a fixed viewport height of say h. Now when and only the items that are visible in the list will only be rendered. Suppose here there are 6 elements. The 6 elements will render at first. But as the user scrolls down the list, new items below the list will be rendered. And the previous items like this will be removed from the list to improve performance. The number of viewport items will be available to view, but this creates a very huge impact on the performance because the list renders only a minimal amount of items, thereby it requires a less memory space and also there will be no lag faced by the user and it will almost look like a complete list. So the requirement here for virtual scroll to work are the height of each item, means the list item that is rendered, it should be of same size. Means every item should be of height smaller. And also this capital H height should also be constant. If these conditions are met, the virtual scroll will function in the most optimal. this was about the analysis between the for loop. So now let's consider the demo working application. So it is nothing but selection for the normal for loop and virtual scroll for loop, and viewport height that this will display the list items uh, and the time required for rendering. This is just a simple application created using Angular and the virtual scroll template. So we will see that. So when I click the normal for loop, a huge list will be rendered. It has almost 1 lakh items. So I am clicking for loop. So as you can see, the list is free. The screen was clean and it took a total of 6.79 seconds to completely load it. Now this list has the complete items from 0 to the last item. It took around 7 seconds. Now when I click the virtual scroll for loop, let's see how much time it took. And when I click, it just took 0.1 seconds. So this is a very drastic reduce in the rendering time for all the. And if you see, there is from list item 1 to the last list item, and it has rendered all the list items but in a very short time. So you can see that the performance is greatly, and also there is no lag. If I switch to the base and again click virtual scroll, it renders in just 0.03 seconds. But when I click the normal format, it will take a huge time, and also the screen is big. I cannot do anything, and I cannot also highlight whatever I have selected. See, it took almost around 9.8%. So virtual scroll is a better option. So as you have seen that virtual scroll is a game changer for Frontend. This avoids long loading, drastically reducing the memory usage, and also gives smooth scroll performance as compared to the normal scroll. Hence, we should always try to use virtual scroll in our web application variable for. This will improve the performance and also reduce the user responsiveness issues that are faced, and also the UI. Thank you for watching this video. And if you have liked this content and want content like this and performance optimization, like and subscribe to this video. Thank you.